Welcome to Puck Off A Podcast, where Tim and Larry take to the ice to hash out the hottest topics in the NHL and beyond. Get ready for some slapshot opinions and maybe a few offside calls along the way. Here are your hosts, Tim and Larry.
Welcome back to Puck Off A Podcast. My name is Tim, and I am here with
Larry.
So obviously some huge news coming out of the NHL this week. We've had a rash of signings, so we decided to kind of do this emergency podcast to go through it because a lot of things in play here. Larry, let's start off with the big one. Obviously, the superstar Connor McDavid taking only a 2-year contract.
He just extended his current contract another 2 years, basically. With the same money, same deal. Got McDavid for the next 3 years. So
yeah, and takes a huge discount, right, to stay. Like, obviously, he could have walked away with 18 mil. I think the maximum he was allowed was 19 or something, they were saying. But he comes out with 12 and a half, takes way less money. It's clear, like, good old Canadian boy, he just wants to win the cup, and he's willing to sacrifice a little bit of the financial side of things just so he can get that team and maybe, as we've talked about many times, get a goaltender to help him out next year.
For sure. At this point, it's not about the money for him. He wants to win a cup. So he's given Edmonton 3 years to do it. I think they're in a good spot next year. They do have some room. They got Adam Henrique, Kapanen, Thomas Eric. These guys are expiring. You got Lazar only there for the 1 year. So you got Brett Kulak and Troy Stetcher. So you're going to have some guys come off the books and you can retool this roster a little bit to what you want next year.
Definitely, year, but like still with McDavid, right? Like when McDavid signed, all of a sudden, like the dominoes started falling. I guess Jake Wallman came out a little bit quicker than Connor McDavid, but Wallman's staying for 7 years, 7 mil. And they also got Ekholm on one hell of a deal with only $4 million a year for the next 3 years on top of this year. Like that core defense, I'm not a fan of Darnell Nurse, but he's locked in anyway. So you got Bouchard, Nurse, Ekholm, and Wallman leading the way. And then, of course, up front, we have Draisaitl and McDavid. Edmonton's in a great spot, especially with this cap going up next year. And both their goaltenders are going to come off the books, and we'll see where they go with the goaltending.
Yep, they're going to have some flexibility, which is what's key. And I think that's what's going to be. Maybe it's maybe not Edmonton's this year, this time, but next year they're going to be able to retool a little bit, which I'm sure they'll be knocking at that door again for the next 3 years for a cup.
Well, definitely, like with all that cap space they're going to have now, right? Like, who wouldn't want to go play in Edmonton when you're playing with some of the world's greatest hockey players right now? That team's going to have money. They're going to be able to spend it where they need to, and they have a good core already. Like looking into next year, when you're looking into the different free agents available, I don't see any goaltenders that really jump off the page, but doesn't mean there's not a trade to be had to find them that elite goaltender with a bigger contract.
100%. Well, they ain't going to get any elite winger because the two that were available next year are off the board right away, same day or within 24 hours of Connor McDavid signing. Jack Eichel just signed an 8-year deal at 13.5, and Kyle Connor stays in Winnipeg 8 times 12, which I am glad for. I was afraid out of all of them he was gone. I don't think he was going to resign, but he committed. He's there. Winnipeg is thrilled. I'm thrilled.
Oh, I was so happy when that came out. Actually, well, you sent me that text when I was driving about Connor resigning, and I agree with you. I'm very shocked that he's staying, but now, like, look at Winnipeg too. They got that core, right? They got Connor, Scheifele, and Hellebuck all there long term. I believe Morrissey's there long term still too, right? I can't remember if he's signed recently.
Josh Morrissey, he's got 3 more years left, including this year, so he's still there for a little bit.
Yeah, and then also, Velarde that they signed this offseason, right? They kept Velarde for long term, so they got a lot of good pieces, very long term here as well.
Velarde's there long term, and then they signed Neil Pionk there to that contract there. He's making $7 million for the next 6 years here still. So I think they've They definitely got their core signed up, which is huge. And again, Winnipeg's in the same boat. Next year, they have a lot of UFAs coming, so they're going to be able to retool their team the way they want to surround these guys to make sure they're staying competitive for the next for so long. Because Winnipeg has to stay competitive. Because if they're not competitive, it's going to cause trouble for people in the seats there. They need to sell out every night, so this is the way to do it. They're doing a great, and for the first time in a while, I could say that Kevin Shovel-Dayoff's actually doing a good job in Winnipeg finally.
Yeah, like Winnipeg, very comparable to Edmonton, right? Like they've locked up a lot of these key pieces and had some good deals. Like Mark Scheifele at 8.5 million, I think that's a steal. And then
Yep.
obviously Connor, yeah, 12 million a year, but he's your sharpshooter. He's your 30-goal guy every single season. Knock on wood, right? Like
Yeah.
you got a lot of great pieces that are going to be here for a very long time in Winnipeg, and it'll be hard to fathom that they won't be competitive for a while.
No, they're always going to be in the when you have Connor Hellebuck on the back end. We'll say season
Yeah.
Connor
Yes,
Hellebuck.
let's not talk about his playoff record right now.
Yeah, the playoff Connor Hellebuck is a different goalie. He doesn't get paid near this. Take the 8 away, he gets paid $500,000 to play in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Been pretty brutal, but otherwise, yeah, with Connor Hellebuck at the helm during the season, this team's always going to have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, the other big signing is Jack Eichel. What's your thoughts on Jack Eichel and his big contract staying with Vegas?
Well, hopefully Jack Eichel and Mitch Marner have some good chemistry because they're going to be playing together for a long time. For the
Yeah, they're
next
both
8
there for a
years.
very long time. Yeah.
So
Between the two of them, they're going to be making $25.5 million. So they're taking up a bit of that cap, but they're definitely stars on that team. So
25 and a half when Eichel's thing. Yeah, that's a lot.
yeah,
Yeah, Vegas, whatever. I don't fucking care about Vegas. They've done all the shadiest stuff they can to stay under the cap or whatever. So
you can't blame them though. Like they're playing within the rules. Yeah, it's fucking shady, but it's within the rule book. Just they happen to find the loopholes, right?
yeah, well, whoever they're paying, I guess it's what's his
A little
name
bit of
there?
Moneyball, eh? We need that Moneyball sound in the background when we talk about Vegas.
Yeah, where are your sound effect boards? Is that working? Your sound effect
Oh,
thing?
I don't have it plugged in right now, no, because it tends to screw up our audio all the time.
Oh,
We'll have to play with
figure
that and
that
get
out.
that. We need to get that figured out so we can add that in there with a little bit of Mario effects and shit like that.
Yeah, and then you'll get his copyright infringement on YouTube. Sorry, the
Hey,
episode was taken down due to the dead Mario sound.
game over.
It was played 48 times in your podcast.
We're going back to Vegas, like you said, fuck them. They somehow find a way every single time. They have Marner, they got Eichel, they got Stone, Hurdle, and then like other pieces still locked in long term as well. Like I'm missing Barbashev here,
The
and
next
then
long term, the next long
defense with
term.
what?
So the next long term deal is if Dora Five has another good season, he's gonna command big dollars. He had an amazing last year, and I think he's
Yeah,
gonna definitely be getting a big raise.
I
And he's
wonder
eligible for arbitration.
where's he projected to play on their lineups? Like probably
Oh,
top six still, right?
oh yeah, he's top 600%. Yeah, like
See,
last year, he's scoring 35 goals, and he was playing as like a middle six forward. That's insane.
well, when you look at daily faceoff, they have him on third line, but that's also because you have Marner and Stone on the right side, so
Well, and you had some
kind of holds you back a little bit when you have two stars like that up top.
100%. And then
Vegas
Minnesota
definitely.
seven.
Oh, oh
Sorry,
yeah, let's go there.
Minnesota 17 million to Kaprizov. Like basically, that's 3 players worth in one player. So he better score 100 points every year or bust for him.
I was just reading a thing that said that one team may have tampered and threw a $20 million number at Kaprizov. It
Oh,
was Elliot Freeman of Sportsnet added more detail to that rumor, stating that somehow some team got word to Kaprizov's camp that they could make an unheard of 20 million AAV happen if he held off signing.
Huh.
Like, I don't know who that would be, which team's tampering, but oh my God, $20 million. No wonder Kaprizov's like, yeah, I'll take 17. Like,
hey, if you get offered 17 and you sign it right away, you don't say, oh, I'll think about it. You don't sign that, you're a dumbass. All it takes is one injury and you can't play again, and there you go. You get paid nothing. So,
yeah.
and then business of the NHL, you're offered more than what you want, what you're worth right now, and it's long term. You sign it every time. Doesn't matter where you're playing. You're making $17 million. Cry me a river. You're the highest paid player in the NHL. You're more high paid than Crosby. Crosby and
McDavid.
Oh no,
and McKinnon too.
No, that would be about 19 million. I was gonna say Crosby and McDavid together, but Crosby and McKinnon together. Actually, I'm not sure if
well, Crosby's what, 87?
8.7, yeah. And then
what's McKinnon at right now?
A lot.
Let's see, McKinnon.
I feel like he's like
Nathan McKinnon is 12.6.
Okay, so of course 100,000 more than McDavid.
And 8.7 with Crosby. We were right there. So yeah. Only a couple mil shy between that, right? When you add Crosby and McKinnon together, which is just stupid. That's a lot of money to Minnesota to give to one player, but they're known for that, right? Like, how many years ago was it when they signed Parise and who am I missing there? Oh, Ryan Suter. To those big contracts, right? And then look how that turned out for them. Yeah, I really hope that doesn't happen again to them, but
Minnesota's still paying for that. I'm just looking at it now. They're done in the year 2028, 2029 is the last season they have to pay them.
Yeah, what are they paying them this year right now?
It's 8.33 for both of them for the next 4 years. So 1.66 million off of dead cap space for the next 4 years.
Yeah,
might just add that on to Kaprizov. It's fine. Might as well just make it 20 million.
You're paying like 19 mil for Kaprizov right now.
Yeah, because it's just like it's insane. We'll see what happens. And then Philip Gustafson was also extended here today too, so he got 6.8 at the next for 5 years. So that was a good bump for him too. So Minnesota's kind of locked up their core now, and we'll have to see what happens because, hopefully that cap goes up. If the cap doesn't go up, some teams are screwed. But I think it's projected to go up to
over 90 now, right? Like, it's going to jump big time here.
It's supposed to go up, I think, over 6 mil next year is the projection.
Yeah, so
everybody buy their tickets.
It's going to be unreal. I'm not an Edmonton fan and never will be an Edmonton fan, but hats off to them for being able to get McDavid at that price and keeping Wallman and getting Ekholm at that price, because they're going to be scary. If players end up signing there to go play there, wow, that's going to be a very good hockey team for many years to come.
2 top 6 forwards is all they need, and that'll just everybody will fall into place on that roster and
a goalie.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. The good news is Skinner
be had, right? But it'll have to be a trade. They got to trade for a goalie, but I don't know what kind of draft capital they really have right now to be able to trade for a goalie.
They don't have their first this year, but they have their second and their third. Next year they have their first, second, or the 2027 they have their first, second, third.
Yep.
And then,
you know what? Maybe Stuart Skinner finally makes me eat my words that he's actually a decent goalie, but I'm not going to hold my breath for that one.
Just not consistent. That's the problem. The thing is, I'm not paying him 5-6 million, not a chance. So
no,
if he's gonna want to re-sign in Edmonton, he's gonna have to be at a really good, like basically a 1B, 1A kind of amount, like around the 3 million max. Like, there's no way you're gonna pay him that much more. Like, if you can get a good goalie, you're getting a good goalie, 100%. So other than the signings, there's a couple other things I want to go over quickly here. There's some milestones coming up this year, and I'm excited for some of them. So the first one,
there's a lot,
There's quite a bit. There's going to be some big cheers. I think the biggest one, of course, is going to be Alex Ovechkin. He's 3 goals away from 900. Maybe
How
he
long do you
gives
think
us
it takes him to get that? I'd give him,
one
I'd say
game.
4 games. I'll give him 4 games. It takes him 4 games to get that.
I'm going 1 game. I'm giving first game hat trick.
Oh, that would be unreal. What a way to start the year. I would know what I was listening to NHL Network
Wait,
while
Washington's
driving
playing
there.
today. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay.
I
I was
forgot they're
listening to
playing.
NHL Network on the way on a trip this week, and they're talking about Ovechkin, and a lot of people aren't giving Ovechkin a lot of credit. They're saying, oh, he's going to get 20 goals this year, or maybe 30. I'm telling you, he's still going to hit 30, maybe even 40 goals. Like, it's
People forget
Ovechkin.
he broke his leg last year.
2 years ago.
He broke his
It was 2 years,
leg.
it was 2 years ago, he got hurt there, and then he wasn't playing well, and then all of a sudden it started clicking again. And look at last season where he had another great year. He
Tim, he
broke the
broke his leg
record.
this last season.
Was it last season? I thought it was the year before that.
In the beginning of the year, he missed I don't know how many games he missed. It was like 15.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he broke his leg this year. They're like, oh, he's done. He's not gonna hit the thing now. And he worked his way back. So I give all props to him. I give him 100% credit.
He's a beast.
Yeah, this way. Where's
Last year he played 65 games. The year before was 79.
Yeah, he broke his leg this year. I don't remember was, but yeah, he was out so he never, I think he sat out the last game. So then that means he was out. No, he played the last game. So he was out 75. So yeah, he's out about 75. So 15. So he's out 17 games with a broken leg.
Yeah. So, but he still scored 44 goals last year in 65 games.
I know.
I'm telling you, he'll be well over 30, and I think he'll be in the 40s again. Washington's team has not changed that much. They're bringing a lot of the same guys back. I think they're still going to be a strong hockey team, and he's still going to be potting a lot of goals this year.
100%. Like he's going to be okay. I'm going to take back because as we're recording this, I'm looking at the score. I'm like, okay, unless he has a big third period, it's not going to happen today. But yeah, I think Ovechkin's going to get that 900 obviously in October. So
yeah,
and then will he get 1,000? Is the question. Will he keep going for that 1,000?
I think he's got this year left in him and another year. There was another thing they were talking about too, is they all think Ovechkin's going to go back to KHL and kind of end his career there. But they're wondering if he's going to play this year and the next year and then go KHL, or what's going to happen. I think he's got this year and next year still NHL.
They asked him They asked him in the training camp, is this your last season? He's like, I don't know. We'll see. So he's not planning on retiring at this point. And then on the other side of the flip coin, you got Sidney Crosby, who a big milestone this year, and I'm glad nothing's happened. He's still there in Pittsburgh because he's only 36 points away now from Ty Lemieux for the all-time point leader. Sorry, for not the all-time point leader. Is he the all-time point leader for the Penguins?
Yeah.
And he'll move into 8th in all-time for points in the NHL. So that's gonna be a big milestone for Crosby, and Ovechkin's right behind him too, technically still. So Ovechkin can actually move up that list. They're like less than 60 points between them or something like that. I don't know. It's something small.
Okay.
Ovechkin has more goals. Crosby has more assists. So, but they're both there for points. I think Crosby will finish ahead in points over Ovechkin, but obviously not goals. Kucherov only 20 points away from 1,000 points. So that's crazy.
That won't take long.
I know. I feel like Kucherov hasn't even been around that long. I'm like, but he does score 100-point season, so I guess it doesn't take that long to do that.
Yeah, he's done that once or twice.
Yeah, he's 32 now, and he's at 1,000 points already, so he could definitely be a 1,500-point player by the end of his career easily.
Yep.
The
last time he had a season under 100 points was 2021, but that was the year that he only played 47 games. So we could pretty much say that was a 100-point season.
Yeah, he was on pace for 100.
Yeah, like just stupid amount, and lots of goals, lots of assists. Like he does it all.
Yeah. My boy Brett Burns, who's only 2 games now away from 1,500 in the NHL, which is a crazy accomplishment. 1,500 games doesn't happen very often. I think records around the 1,700 mark. I don't think he'll make it there. Ovechkin's only 9 games away from 1,500 NHL games. Kopitar's 45 games away from 1,500 NHL games. As long as he doesn't get hurt, he will be there for that. I'll let you do the Paul Maurice one.
Oh, I love my boy Paul Maurice. Paul Maurice is only 69 games away from 2,000 games coached, and only Scotty Bowman has more. Of course, Scotty Bowman has a lot more because we all know how Scotty Bowman's been around. 2,141 games, but I have no doubt that Paul Maurice could reach that. Like, that's only this season and really another season. So,
unless he has as long as he's not away from the team for more than, what would it be, 13 games, he'll get it this year.
Yeah.
Or gets fired. But I don't think he's getting fired.
I mean, he can get past Scotty Bowman before he retires, I think.
It's possible, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But unreal. Good for Paul. Like, obviously, have a soft spot for Paul Maurice because he did coach in Winnipeg for a very long time, and he obviously makes note how much he loves Winnipeg. He spends his summers in this area, in the Winnipeg Kenora area. Like, definitely love Paul Maurice and love seeing him succeed. Of course, I wish he would still be in Winnipeg, coaching Winnipeg, but nonetheless, he's doing well in Florida and about to set another record. So good for him.
Yeah. And then his fellow coaching buddy, Joel Quenneville, back in the NHL. He's only 31 wins away from 1,000 there and 32 games away from reach 1,800. So which one's going to come first, 31 wins or 32 games?
Does he even hit 31 wins this year?
It's possible. 31 wins.
I honestly think the Ducks will, but it's not out of the question that they don't.
Well, I'd hope they hit 31 wins. That's only 62 points. They're going to be in the 80s, so they're going to hit 31 wins.
Yes, we'll see.
And then one last guy I just want to go over quickly, as here in Winnipeg, Nikita Chiprikov. He re-signed for 2 years at basically the league minimum at $875K. This guy is making the opening night roster for Thursday, and he looks like he's
playing tomorrow.
Taves will be playing tomorrow. He was taking line rushes in practice, and on Taves' lane is Nikita Chiprikov, and I got to watch these guys play a preseason game together. Chiprikov, I think, is totally underrated there in Winnipeg. I think this is going to be a steal of a deal in 2 years at under $1 million. This guy loves the front of the net. He is going, I think him, Chiprikov, and Perfetti, I think is going to be a really good line if Chiprikov can stay on that second line. But everybody keep your eye out. You heard it first here that Nikita Chiprikov is going to be a very, very good NHL player. I love his style. He loves the front of the net. And where does Taves like to hang out? Right behind that net and put in those crazy passes on your tape right in the slot. There you go. Looks like instant chemistry to me.
Yeah, and he likes playing with space, right? Like, he's very good with when he's got a little bit of space to play with, and we all know this kind of space Jonathan Taves will create for him. So I think it'll be great to see them play together. And I'm with you. Chiprikov could have one hell of a year playing with Taves.
Yeah. Oh, and Perfetti will too once Perfetti's back. He wasn't skating, so I don't know about what's going to go on there. But Perfetti won't be that far away. I think he's week to week, so if he's not back here somehow for game one tomorrow, he'll be back here in this month at some point.
Yep. I think that's it for tonight, eh? Like,
that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Enjoy the first week of hockey.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be good. Both our teams play tomorrow night on Thursday. Open the season.
Can't wait.
Sens
lots of good games tomorrow night. Obviously, your Sens are playing, the Jets are playing, the Canucks play. With a little bit of a Canadian matchup here right now going on between Montreal and Toronto.
I feel like
tied 2 right now. And you know what? Just going into that game, whenever when we were talking about Toronto, we were kind of debating about who's going to be playing with who. Bobby
Yep.
McMahon scores the goal, assisted by Nylander and Tavares. So that was one of the lines we kind of thought they were going to keep that together because it was working, and clearly it does. They scored right away in the first period, and carrying on from last season where they left off. So
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see in Toronto. Yeah, you see 2-2. Here's where Toronto now has to try and win those games that are close because they're not going to be able to pot 5-6 goals every game. So they got to stay in the game. They got to shut it down. What are the shots at right now? 15-16. So it's a very close game. So
and then like the Boston game happening right now between Boston and Washington. There's been a lot of talk about Boston's lack of goal scoring last season and where the goals are going to come this year. Clearly, they don't have one yet. So we're on goal watch for Boston.
Pasternak's going to have to score 70 this year, I swear.
Yeah.
But okay, thank you guys for listening. Please share, like the podcast. We are on X. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. Please like, share, subscribe to all those channels. That helps us grow the channels. More subscribers, more shares, and that gets out to more people, and we'll keep doing this. If you aren't listening to this and don't care about us, then fuck you. Just kidding.
quit fucking listening. Oh, wait, you're not listening.
Yeah, you don't know I said that because you're not listening, but no, appreciate your support, guys. Please like and share. It does help. Thank you and have a great rest of your day, and thanks for listening.